When naming variables, there are some rules we need to follow. So let's see what these rules are. Names can contain letters, digits, underscores, and $sign. Let's look at some examples. This variable only contains letters. Here we can see a name with a digit in it. Next we have an example with a $sign. And in this name I've also added an underscore. Names must begin with a letter, dollar, or underscore. Here we started all names with letter. Can also start with underscore or a $sign. But we cannot start it with a digit. We can have digits in between or at the end, but not at the start. If we only have $sign or underscore, that will also be a valid name. If I assign values to these and print on console, you can see their values. Names are case sensitive. So these two are two different variables. And this is also a different variable. So all of them are different variables because names are case sensitive. Reserved words cannot be used as names. For example, you cannot name your variable if or while. Let and var are also reserved words, so they will be invalid names. These are invalid and will give error. Names cannot have spaces in them. If variable has more than one word in it, you cannot separate them with space. This is invalid. But these names without spaces are valid. Before moving forward, let's revise the rules. Names can contain letters, digits, underscores, and $signs. We cannot have a variable starting with a digit. Names are case sensitive. We cannot use reserved words. And they can't have spaces. Now we look at the naming conventions. These are not strict rules, but they are best practices that will improve the way you code. Use clear and descriptive names. For example, instead of naming your variable t, you can name it time. And to be more clear, you can name it current time. Next convention is to use camel case. This can be useful when naming variable with more than one word. Camel case means that the first word in the variable name starts with a lowercase letter, and subsequent words start with an uppercase letter. These are some examples. The one with underscore is not an example of camel case. Very small names may not be clear, however. Very long names may also affect readability and cause typos. This is an example of a long name, which may be improved like this. Conventions for constants is to use uppercase letters with underscores separating words. For booleans, it's a good practice to use a prefix that makes the boolean nature clear. For example, is, has, can, should. Here are some examples. Is admin. Can edit. and has access. In the next video, we'll learn about operators. Until then, create some variables and try to follow good practices as well. Please support my channel by subscribing it.